Okay, I'm going to teach you how to do a magic circle, but I want to teach you a couple quick terms before I do. So this is the yarn that I'm going to be using. I'm using white. Hopefully it'll make it easier for you to see. This is the tail end, and this is the working end. And the working end just means it's attached to the ball of yarn. So I'm just using some scrap yarn that I have, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to, so here's your hand, okay? You're going to take the tail end of your string and you're going to cross it over your hand like this, okay? So tail end's over here, thumb's over here, this is my left hand, and we're just gonna drop it like that, see? And now we're gonna take the working end, we're gonna cross it. So now I've got the working end in my hand, I'm gonna cross it over, and just kind of like drape it over my thumb again, like that. So I've got, this is really important. So this is tail end right here, working end right here, just chilling off to the side, okay? So I got tail just hanging out, working yarn going that way. So I'm going to take my finger here and I'm going to pick up, so I'm going to just sort of like pick up this piece and just I'm making a knot essentially. So I pulled it up a little bit like this. See, now I've got a loop kind of just chilling. What I want to do, this is really important. So we're going to take this loop right here, we're going to keep it nice and small, we're not going to make it too big, and we're just going to twist it like this. And there's going to be a reason that we're doing that in a second, but I'll explain. So we're going to twist it like this. So I'll just leave it sitting there like that. So you see how I've got, I'm going to do it one more time. I'm going to come up. So I've got them crossed right here. I'm going to come up underneath with that working yarn like this, make a little loop like that. And then I'm just going to cross it because I want to have a cross. So I'm going to pinch it right here in my finger. I'm going to actually switch it to my other hand. So before I do though, I want to show you what we're looking at. So we've got it pinched pretty tight here in my finger. You want to do that as well. And what we should have is we should have the working yarn. Mine's off to the left. The little tail is hanging down and we have a ring right here and then a loop we're pinching, okay? So we're pinching this loop right here like this. So we're going to take our crochet hook. See, it's got a nice little pointy end right here. We're going to stab that through and then we're going to kind of like still while pinching, okay? We're going to switch our fingers so that we're pinching with the other hand, grab our working yarn, still pinching everything together, okay? Grab our working yarn, we're going to yarn over, and then we're going to essentially use this little hook here to scoop this yarned over loop that we just made into the first loop that we made. And then while we're still pinching and holding on to it, we're just going to gently pull that knot closed. See how we've made a knot? This is our ring. We've just made a knot into our ring. See that? So we're just going to pull it nice and tight. We're going to leave, we want to keep this loop here. We're going to leave this tail hanging because we're going to crochet over that tail. So now that we made the loop and we've knotted it down, we have a little bit more tension, okay? So what we want to do is we want to gather the tail alongside this magic ring that we've just now made, okay? Because we're gonna crochet over the two pieces. So the instructions for one of the pieces says to chain one. So we now are going to chain one. So to chain one, you just like this. You've got your loop here hanging out. We're going to yarn over, and then we're going to pull, scoop it through, and that's one chain. Do you see that one chain? It looks like a little chain on a bike. Okay, so we chained one. So what we want to do is we want to crochet over both of these pieces. I'm going to go over that in just a second on another video, but I've made this video like 80 times. So I'm going to make a second one for the next step because I think I got this one right. Okay.